This Bitcoin chart signals for the next major move towards the upside, and this is why. We are seeing a major RSI crash, even lower than bear market and COVID crashes before. And this is what I'm expecting next for Bitcoin after rejecting the high once again. Ethereum is at some very important zones. Well, we are dumping, but is this a major opportunity to buy your Ethereum cheap here? We will dive into that and way more in today's video, but first of all, follow me over on X to be updated throughout the day on crypto, and please make sure to subscribe over on my YouTube channel, like this daily update video if you love those updates, and we will dive into the charts for now, because I've been talking about this chart earlier, but it is a really interesting chart. It is the Bitcoin against the EWM chart, and this is the Russell ETF. And why is this such an important chart? That's because the Russell is small cap companies, and that is also a risk asset. So the Russell is way more risk than the S&P or Nasdaq. That is why this is really important, because for all institutional investors, for all Russell investors, that is a higher risk capital ETF than a S&P. That is also what Bitcoin is called, a risk asset in the institutional world. So what does this mean? If people are making money with risk assets like the Russell 2000, that means that they will rotate their profits back into something which is a bit more riskier than what they have done with the ETF. And that is exactly crypto and Bitcoin. That's why this chart is so important, because every single time Russell set a new all-time high and surged towards the upside, that is exactly when Bitcoin also went parabolic towards the upside, probably because of the money movement. And right here, we have seen it in 2012. Russell broke new all-time high, surged towards the upside, and Bitcoin did so as well, approximately 10,000%, which is massive, of course. Right here, we have seen it before. Russell broke the high, made a new all-time high. Russell surged towards the upside, and Bitcoin did so too, approximately 2,700%. Also a massive gain, of course. Then Russell broke new all-time highs. Bitcoin started to surge towards the upside as well, of approximately 500%. Huge. Right here, we have seen it before happening. When we broke it towards the upside, Bitcoin surged towards the upside 200%. And guess what? Every single time we broke the top and surged towards the upside, Bitcoin went parabolic too. And right now, what we are seeing is that the Russell, the IWM ETF, has been breaking new all-time highs and surging towards the upside. And the last 4 times we have seen this before, Bitcoin surged towards the upside exponentially towards the easy 200% here. And that could lead for a pump towards the $200,000 for Bitcoin in the upcoming months. Because data and history tells us that the Russell breaking its new high and new all-time high and surging towards the upside will lead to a parabolic move for Bitcoin. So this is a really bullish signal. And if you are selling, if you are shorting Bitcoin, you are shorting this chart, you are shorting this data, so please keep in mind on that one as well. Then, if we look at this chart, this is the Bitcoin RSI crash chart. What can we see? Every single time the Bitcoin RSI dropped towards 36 or lower, there was a major bottom getting formed. As we can see right here, 2015. The RSI dropped below 36. That was a bear market low. Just remember, a bear market low. We set that low right here. Bitcoin surged exponentially towards the upside after. Then right here, we dropped below the red line, below 36 on the RSI. That was the bear market bottom in 2018. After that, we saw a major bump towards the upside for Bitcoin. Then here, below 36, COVID crash. After that, we surged exponentially towards the upside. Then, in 2022, bear market low. We surged towards the upside afterwards. Right now, we are tapping that same below 36 zone once again. So please keep in mind, we are literally hitting bear market levels of the RSI, crash levels of the RSI. And after every single time we drop below the 36 level, the bottom was getting formed, and in the upcoming weeks and months, Bitcoin surged towards the upside. So I'm not telling you that Bitcoin will go up right now, but one thing I can say, in the upcoming months, there are some really interesting things happening for Bitcoin. Lower time frame, we have something to do here, because I've been talking about this resistance zone a few weeks here. Sorry for that, but it is still a really important zone for Bitcoin, because I've been drawing this resistance from 4th of December. Right now it is 12th December and still it is a major level in the market. Why? I've been talking about this a lot. We need to break this level towards the upside to continue the trend. If we reject this level, we are not gaining towards the upside, which means that the uptrend is not getting continued here. So that is why this level is so important. Right here we pumped in it and we dumped afterwards. We pumped in it yesterday again and we dumped right now, right after this zone. So it is really important, because we need to gain this level to continue this bull trend towards the upside. And every single pump, we are getting rejected by the level, and that is something to worry about here. So what am I expecting next? If we drop here towards the downside, that is an opportunity to buy spot Bitcoin or even trade Bitcoin towards the upside. That is a really important zone. That is the $88.5 thousand. Then also a really interesting point is the $84,000 for spot and to buy in a trade. Then what we need to do to continue this uptrend is break this red box, get a retest in it, and then start pumping towards the upside. So that is really what I'm looking for, because right now I don't have the real faith in the upcoming days that we will pump hard towards the upside unless we gain this red rejection zone here towards the upside. But right now it is Friday and I don't think we will see a pump this weekend above this box. And if we see so, it could probably be a fake out for Bitcoin. So please keep that in mind. But if things develop in the market, I will keep you posted here over on my X page. If I see any setups, I will post it over on my X page. I will drop it in my free Telegram group. You can join in the description of this video. And one thing which is massive is the only thing you need to do is put the setups in over on WeX, trade over on WeX for the best trading circumstances possible. And if you do so, please make sure to sign up on WeX through the link in the description. And one really exciting thing I can say is if we hit 500 subscribers by the end of the year, WeX will give away 1000 USDT trading bonus to one of you. So that means that you get $1,000 to trade with. If you follow these setups after, you could easily make $5,000 with that $1,000 trading bonus. So please make sure to enter the giveaway, to subscribe over on my YouTube channel. Sign up on WeX through the link in the description and follow me over on X. And when we hit the 500 subscribers, we will bless someone with 1000 USDT trading bonus. Then if you look at Ethereum, what we can see on the shorter time frame here, we gained liquidity above here. We took it out. So the liquidity has been taken out right over there. That was also a target. Right now, what we can see, and maybe that is calling a better move on Ethereum right now. We gained this whole level. So what does this mean? Price closed and opened above this zone. And this is a really interesting zone. So that is something to really look for, because that is pretty bullish for Ethereum, to be really honest. If we look at the trend, we can see that we are clearly in an uptrend. Why? Ethereum made a new higher high in this push towards the upside, while Bitcoin rejected the resistance zone right there. So that is a really bullish thing. And right now we gained this high and we are perfectly retesting it once again. So I've been buying some spot at this green zone. If we drop further, I will buy spot right over here and right over here. Also here, this is a really nice opportunity for a trade with your spot account towards the upside. If we drop further, the green zones tells you to buy your Ethereum at those zones. Also here, I will keep you posted about every move for Ethereum. Then if we look at some on-chain data, we can actually see that if the chart is loading, the short-term holders are still in pain, and that is really something you need to keep in mind, because that is exactly what the market wants us to do. And this is a period that it probably could range in this pain zone, because if Bitcoin pumps towards the upside from of this level, all these short-term holders are getting in profit, and that is not what market makers want. The market makers want to be in a big pain zone as long as possible, because people are selling still their Bitcoin in this pain zone, and the market makers, institutions, are buying it back. So the longer they hold it in a pain zone, the more Bitcoin gets sold for these short-term holders, and the more Bitcoin institutions and big companies can buy at this exact level. So I'm maybe expecting a little bit of a pump, but not in the profit here, and then range further towards the end of the year to keep everyone in a loss. And I think January, February, we can really pump towards the upside for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and crypto. And that was it for today's video. Please make sure to follow me over on X to never miss a setup in crypto once again. And of course, please make sure to subscribe over on my YouTube channel. Sign up on WeX through the link in the description to enter the giveaway, and you can always join my free Telegram group. And I will see you tomorrow by a brand new Crypto Daily Update video.